G'day guys, Josh here, and as you guys may know, ESL are merging with Faceit and being acquired by Savvy Gaming Organization, which is, ironically enough, a Saudi-backed organization that's backed by the Public Investment Fund in Saudi Arabia, which is basically the same group that backed the Neon deal with Blast ages ago in LEC. Now, I am probably going to get a call for this as well, being called from ESL to talk about the changes and talk about what's happening with ESL merging with Faceit, which is going to be quite interesting for the scene, but, it's obviously going to give one monopoly. I'm particularly not happy. I talked about with this with Wix, with the Saudi sponsor being, basically kind of not ideal, with the regime with regards to women and part of the LGBTA plus. I'm not sure how it goes these days, or I think it's INET as well. Don't remember off the top of my head, but I don't like that treatment of other people. Okay, of other people that not me, and I hope they can be a lot better with it as well, because, yeah, if they want to work in the scene, they got to kind of uphold our values as well. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like about it. And, I talked to Wix about this as well. We'll leave that part for a bit later, but let's talk about the deal. So basically, ESL and Faceit are merging together after Savvy Gaming Group acquired Faceit for $500 million and ESL for $1 billion, which is kind of crazy to be honest. It's more than Twitch, just an FYI. And, I'm just amazed that this was kept under wraps for a while. And I kind of thought something was happening when there's a lot of ESL people who are at the top areas, like, for example, Josh from ESL Australia, and a few other people quitting ESL Australia. And I was thinking something is up here, because a lot of people don't quit after that big announcement of reviving the Australian CSGO scene, and then don't see it to its fruition, okay? So I have a feeling a lot of these people didn't really like, they obviously won't talk about it, may have not liked what was going on. And I'm not gonna speak for them, obviously, but so like when a lot of people quit, it's usually a impending takeover coming through. Okay, so generally, few people get the boot, and then the new guys will effectively come in. Now with the with ESL and Faceit being together, now they account for 80% of the scene, and Flashpoint is likely dead. I'm gonna say Flashpoint's probably gonna be dead, because I can't imagine these guys are gonna give Foreign or Monte Cristo any sort of access after the amount of stuff that they did to make sure the Neon deal didn't happen. Okay, so it could be a bit of vindictiveness as well, but oh well, it happens, because they've accepted what sort of game that they've come into. Now, what's going to mean for me? I know Vince has posted his video that he's going to be quitting casting for ESL and Faceit, and I gotta say that's pretty much killed his career, unfortunately. And he said it himself, that's going to significantly damage his career, because realistically there are very few TOs that aren't ESL and Faceit, and that leaves Vince to relog. And I do not think Vince will ever cast Relog, and he will not probably cast for peanuts. He might even just go to another game. And full credit to him, he's allowed to do what he wants and stuff like that as well. Now, a lot of people are under a lot of pressure as well, because now the Neon deal has enveloped everyone, and the same people who are against the Neon deal are now quiet, because now it's affecting their pay grade in ESL. Now, for me, I'm not happy with this at all. Me and Wix had a bit of a talk about it, and we basically said we'll just donate half of our salary, or half our payment, given that if we need to live off it, we do. I could probably donate my entire salary if I wanted to, of what I get. But of course, I've got to make some sort of profit, make some sort of thing worthwhile. Now, people are going to go, you're being a hypocrite, you're passing your principles for it. I'm going to donate at least half. Half will be done, okay, will be donated of my figure to a charity that me and Wix will choose at the start of every single tournament. So the charities will switch, maybe an LGBTQ one, maybe a women's one, and anything like that, to really, really push those issues to the forefront, and not push it to the forefront and make some meaningful change in society. Because I think it's better to try and further causes rather than just hating the person who's taking it over, because hatred only begets more hatred. Okay, and trying to do a meaningful change from within is probably a lot better than trying to do it from the outside. And I respect Vince a lot about what his stance, and that's a brave stance to take, given that money's on the line. Same with me, money's on the line for me as well. And I know basically not being happy with Neon's deal as well. With what I heard from Richard and a few others, Richard Four and all that stuff, wasn't particularly too happy with it. Now we'll just get casting walking away from the scene. Doubt it. Some of these casters need ESL to live, basically, and I don't think they can essentially lock out their funds. I don't blame them, to be honest. I don't think they will. Now they're going to get obviously pointed out, because I know Foreign's already gone after Frankie about it as well. get pointed out that, hey, now it's, your money in the line, why aren't you doing anything about it? And that's understandable. I guess understandable as well. Sometimes people got to be held to account. But the problem is, like, when someone holds someone to account, it becomes a witch hunt really, really quickly, and it never ends well. This is why this witch hunting of Semmler previously was stupid. This witch hunting of Frankie now, if anyone does witch hunt Frankie, which would be stupid as well. Because, yeah, it's just not a good thing to do, okay? Like I said right now, Semmler was so unnecessarily witch hunted, it was insane. And the worst part is, he did a stream today, okay? You guys will probably receive this later. He did a stream today addressing all the CSGO women issues and women leagues, and he really heard them out. Probably the only person that, really did that compared to all other people who chimed in, Other than, of course, Vilga and Goose Breeder, who came onto the show. Okay, they talked to him, and they thought it was better to talk it in person, which I'm not sure how well it went, because I could only watch muted because I was at work. But, there's a discussion to be had, and that's the right way to do those things. And, right way to do those things as well. I do have a discussion with ESL about this. But either way, that's what I really want to say, is that don't witch hunt people, let people do what they want. I'd say I encourage casters, like if they want to step away, if you can afford to do so. If you can't, at least donate some of your stuff to charity. Donate some of your salary to charity, unless you desperately need it to live, okay? That's my finger. That's what me and Wix are doing. We're donating at least 50%. Me and Wix do have part jobs though. Wix is a full-time teacher, if you guys don't know, and I am a full-time financial planner. So just be aware of that as well. And, if we don't have jobs, also we're going to have to take that time out, because otherwise we don't live. And at the meantime, we'll probably look for other jobs as well, to make sure that we can still do that. Because I don't think it's a right thing to do with the people backing it. And I feel like I kind of also owe it to the fans and owe it to the players and stuff like that, because it's not their fault. It's not their fault that their theory was bought by someone else that maybe they disagree with morally. And we really owe it to the players. The people in the esports areas were also already having a tough time during this as well, because this wasn't foreshadowed at all. At all. Teams, organizations, you kind of owe it to them, because at the start, they gave us the exposure that was needed to get into this next part. They gave us the vouchers that we needed to get into this next part and next step of our scene. Now, I'm not sure what the other cast are going to do. As I said, I feel like they should try and donate or try to do the best they can. But overall, as I said, okay, what Vince said, don't witch hunt people. Okay, it's over what talent do, okay? It's alright to say, hey, you said this, what are you going to do about it? But don't just go after their livelihood and stuff like that. Don't give them a headache worse than they're already in, okay? And constant hate always begets more hate, okay? And it's not fun. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me on the ESL and Faceit deal. I know I'm going to go into the intricacies too much, but I'm not sure if Valve's going to step in about this. ESL and Faceit are probably going to own about 80% of the scene now, which is going to be basically a monopoly. They can probably kill Blast if they want to. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But basically, also ESL and Faceit's anti-cheats also combining together, which I think ASA still uphold E6 rulings, which is going to be a bit of a detriment to the Australian teams. But yeah, that's what's happening at the moment. I don't know anything else about the Fingo deal that could be talked about other than the people who are purchasing it. And that's why a lot of people aren't happy at the moment, because they just don't like the track record of these people, and essentially being paid with, I'll just say, blood money at this stage, potentially blood money, because it's got people's blood spilled over it with the oppression, and doesn't represent Western values essentially. But anyways, that's my POV on that one. If you guys have a great day, see you guys later. Peace out, Josh. Also, if you guys like the video, subscribe. If you like it, share it with your friends as well. And if you want to give me money, you can just watch me live on Twitch, okay? And then donate to me there. But, as always, you guys have been awesome. If you watch my videos, really, really appreciate it. And yeah, just, let the casters know about it, but don't go too far, okay? If they don't let them answer it, okay? Don't let them, just make sure you know what they're doing, okay? And don't basically tell them they have to do this or that. Let them do their own thing, okay? Because if you just gonna do what people did with Blizzard when the sexual harassment stuff came out, and just tell everyone to demand them to not play Overwatch, WoW, whatever, you're not gonna actually change minds or change hearts, okay? You gotta do it, from within. Yes, guys, have a good one. Peace out.